Never stop, saying stop. Don't stop, keep on going on. Smoking mirrors on my tongue, bitter. Scared doesn't use Nie ma wody szat, nie ma wody szat. Wyobrazisz, nie ma wody szat, nie ma wody szat. Nie ma wody szat, nie ma wody szat. Wyobrazisz, nie ma wody szat, nie ma wody szat. 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 Nie ma wody
Let me get headphones. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you can hear me well. How's my voice? How's my Russian English accent? Hello everyone. I see a lot of people that I know personally. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Wendy, Vera, Yimur, Joe, John Kyle, Шутка. Right. All right. Right, hello everyone. I'm here. Animal Crossing. That's something is between Minecraft, Half-Life, and Animal Crossing is the ultimate future for humanity, right? We have to figure out. Alright, my people, let's have a community update. So, music off. What is new? So, as you know, as you aware, we had a very unfortunate events last week. Extremely bizarre, extremely unsettling, and life-changing circumstance. You know, business-wise talking, not business, but like, let's call it 3D way talking. It was a moment when we thought, okay, you know, even if we can struggle with this or fight with this, something is prepared by the universe that we just can't overcome. So we were, you know, at the moment of final straw. And then after that stream, interesting thing happened. A lot of people start to you know, get in touch to us and talking to us about how they can help and what can be done. And from our side, it's something that is so hard to answer because we tried everything, you know what I mean? We went everywhere and all options were exhausted. You know, once we understand that money situation, I don't want to go there again. Just you can watch our stream. Basically, we had a malfunction in the company and lost all the money. And so during that moment, a lot of people start to reach out and just asking how they can help. And I would say that I would get like 5-10 emails per day just about hey, we're doing this thing from all over the world, you know, we can help with this. It was such a crazy moment, very tearful, you know, happy and tearful, but also a lot of responsibility. So just, and no matter what people say, there would be no opportunity for us to continue because everything that we got was stolen, right? We were at zero. And then miracle happened, of course. I'll try to call Sasha if he's on. So, my friend from a long time, from my first work, just out of blue reached out and said, "Yo, I want to help. I want to cover." Yo, do you have a second?
Sure. Just give me a second. We'll go up the elevator.
Okay, perfect.
I'll call you back.
Okay, cool. The volume is up, maximum. Oh, I see, middle. Okay, cool. And so, this guy, Sasha, just called me from New York, and he was like, "Yo, I saw the stream. I want to help. I want to transfer money right now. I don't need nothing. No, I just trust you, and I will cover the whatever you lost, so you can keep going." That's was the conversation. That's it. There's nothing else. There was no what if, and then we just exchange emails, and he sent money. So now we able to move forward, and I hope he will call back. We can talk a little bit, but now we have opportunity to move forward, and before that budget was only to sunset everything we have. That's it. So basically close physical product production, close customer support eventually by June, blah blah blah. But because of those miracles and because of so much support, honestly, we sit for a second overnight and we thought we have to continue and come up with something else. Yes, we cannot produce any more physical products. Yes, the world is fucked. Yes, it's all going to be completely different and new. But we already knew. We already know what it is, right? We've been thinking about this thing for such a long time, so we already know what it is without physical products. So Sasha's calling. Hey, Sasha. I wanted to show you to everyone because this is Sasha. Sasha is our savior. That's the person who just called out of the blue. And Sasha, I have one question to you. I don't want to interrupt your day. Why?
I don't have a good answer for that, really. I just, felt guilty having all the money and just,
I know. But I've just been saying to our community that because of your miracle move, we completely changed our perspective on luck, because we realize it's really bigger than whatever we're building. And the way you called me was like, just make it happen, just make it work. It's worth it. And we had a brief conversation, and I just wanted to point out, and again, just it's important to acknowledge, no investor, no people with real money, no one called, no corporation, no design studio, no one who steal from us, look at us, no one called, no one wanted to support. They kind of want us, I guess, to go down. But people who just enjoy the product, and enjoy this vibe, that's who supported us. And so we decided, and that was the whole inspiration by just what I'm going to talk, because without this event, I would never believe. I went joke to Joe, I said, 170 second breath just open up again. I can run again. And again, just wanted to say thank you, show you to everyone, introduce you to everyone, and hopefully we talked more beyond money, of course, working on many things. So we will be in touch, and hopefully you do stream one of this sometime soon.
Sounds good. Okay. Good.
Sorry for exposure, but I just wanted to do this as a surprise.
Cool. Yeah, cool.
Sasha,
Take care.
bye-bye. Thanks, Sasha. Peace. Exactly. I think that's so big. And so we've been thinking, what can we do? And this past week, whole team was just rewiring a lot completely. Few things we realize. First, based on responses, I'm sure that's not everyone, obviously, that's just some people, but based on responses, many people don't really care that much about us being excellent with the schedule of packaging. Basically what I'm saying is that people okay if we're not sending any physical products for a while, because for many people, Lot was never about that. Lot was something bigger. And for us as well, physical products are an expression. It's not what we want to do, and that's not how we want to grow this business. It's an expression of the values that we're trying to present. It's about building one system that is organized by strong values. First of all, design values, then of course just integrity. Why we're building this? It comes to, we have more than 200 products. All pieces work together perfectly because we think about Lot as a car. One thing, there's many experiences in the car. It's speed, it's how it drives, it's how a driver feels, it's how a second passenger feels, it's about how backseat passengers feel, it's about music, climate, so many things. And so that's how we see Lot. It's number of parts that creates a single product, And because of that understanding, we come to idea of Arc 1, which is a culmination of everything, right? It's a product that utilize experience, spirituality, physical product design, mobility, and most importantly, it's untethering from the society. And we see what's going on outside. Everyone untethered by society. If they want it or no, they still will be untethered by society, from society, because it just doesn't work. And I saw this tweet. It was beautiful. Just a side note. It was about so we live on paycheck to paycheck, working for a small business that work for a from paycheck to paycheck, and that business is dependent on bigger corporations that also work on paycheck to paycheck. So the whole thing is just broke. It doesn't work. And so Arc 1 and Lot is obviously something that is going to happen. It's instead of shopping and buying stuff, you're going to be responsible for what you create by your card, by your credit card. And it's going to be amazing. But before we get to Arc, and before we even start to think about physical products again, of course we have to wait until this virus gone. And that probably will be until October or something. Just not the virus itself, but just the world will be shifting and changing probably a whole year. And so we had few options. Option number one, shut down Lot and go work for someone, another corporation. No, doesn't work. We already tried that. Option number two, try to raise money. Doesn't work because it's a different environment. It's impossible. It was impossible to explain before. It will be hard to explain now. Option number three, which we started to do, is lab. It's working with clients, selected clients, people that we like and people that we want to work with. Kanye, Kim. There's more to come. There will be some names that will be interesting. And getting paid for that work and invest money into Lot. Then we start to think further, and we realize that lots of people actually follow the journey itself. They want to see this approach of how we work, of how we design, and they think Lot is one of outcomes of that, but there could be many outcomes. And if you follow our Instagram before, we always design and create new products. And every product we create is not just a 3D shape or another, beautiful image. We really think through every single thing we do. And Arc is a great example of that. But Arc will take so much time to design and produce before even we get to physical thing, before we get to the warehouse where we're going to manufacture it. We just have to think about it. And so, how can we get paid for that? Working for someone else that's going to steal our ideas, and meanwhile, sometimes on weekends doing ARC? Impossible. Trying to hustle some money with design work? That's a good option, but again, it's very, very limited, unfortunately. So what if we treat you guys as our client? What if our community is what we're working for, who we're working for? Because, dig this, I would go and run after these people, begging for money, and then I would do, I guess, the most craziest pitch or product proposal for them. Then they would like say yes, maybe, and then we would try to push that crazy product inside that other organization. But the only reason why we're doing it our way and not just getting money easy is because at the end of the day we have to show it to you guys, and it cannot suck. And if you work, as a designer, as any creative, as any gig economy freelancer, you know that it's depend on them a lot, no matter what you do. And so we want to work for you, and we don't want to work for anyone else. That's it. And we figured that we can rewire a whole lot to this year at least, and start with this plan. It calls Lot Community, and it will be $15 per month. You subscribe, and you have access to a new profile page with some new tools that we meant to build for a long time, but we're finally building them. It's Sync, where you'll be able to sync with the team, see some thoughts behind the process stuff, ask questions eventually, and eventually get connected to other Lot users. OS, and that's I want to stop here for a second because it's also very interesting. And then I'll go to questions. Just I need to finish. So OS, as if you've been for us long enough, you know that we had this modular plan, and modular plan is Lot deassembled in a way, but makes Lot for kind of prepares Lot for long-term success. It works this way: instead of one button subscribe, you have modules, and every module is let's say Lot by itself. So you can imagine module socks, which will send you socks personalized to you every month, not now, later. You can imagine module kids. If you have kids, you subscribe to just kids, and you have some disposable basic products to grow your newborn or very small children. Maybe you have even things like pet, and that where you receive basic products for your pet. And because we ask these questions, it will be personalized. And because we have these experiences, it's going to be not just products, but things that can teach you how to, educate, chill, and live with your pet. You can imagine this can go so deep. For example, when we were testing this thing in the summer, in Moscow, we did this module Lot Coffee. And Lot Coffee works as you can imagine. You subscribe to Lot Coffee only in Moscow, and it will distribute you a lot curated, lot packed set of coffee products that will consist of equipment, but also just coffee itself, And why we're doing this only in Moscow? Because we cannot ship it through borders, and that's how you can think where a lot modular system really can thrive. You have local modules. You have module in California that can send weed, some local food, eventually going to legalize it soon, mushrooms, etc. Self-care. Moscow, there's a lot of local makers that are doing even black t-shirts and black hoodies and black sweatpants and beautiful shoes. So why don't we plug them in to the system and help them to distribute and pack it properly according to the lot community, you guys, and lot values. And so it's crazy that we, at this point of this complete crisis, I guess, we come back to this modular system, which we call Lot OS, and we decided to resurrect it and started with just this community plan. Soon, we're going to open more digital products like our friends RDK Island, Leo, Yannick, David. They working in Berlin on Lot Sound. That's our own record label, and you can imagine Lot Sound as a module. You subscribe, you get digital releases of Lot music, not just mixes, but our own artists with experiences around that. Of course, again, we will start with digital products, but we will end up with I don't want to spoil, but imagine music that is in physical form and in digital form altogether, which is not CD, not vinyl, something else. So this is just almost like brainstorm, but bottom line is that by the end of the month, we're going to launch Lot Community. That's number one product of this new lot. And every user at this point already paused. So we're not going to charge nothing. We're not going to charge $15 until you click the button. If you're a new user, you can be able to go to the home screen and subscribe to this new plan. If you're old user that been with us, you'll receive instructions how to resubscribe to this new plan if you want to, of course. This money will help us to just work and without running after these people, and because it will be so precious, I think this time we're going to make it even more transparent. We're going to show where money goes and just but not without crazy, right? Just so you know that it's something happening. But most importantly, you will have uninterrupted experience of these streams of new design things, new products, new big ideas, small ideas. We'll have more interviews like Matthias did with non-food. That is also cost money. So we can find this talent around the world and start conversation with them on this platform, and that eventually lead to module like non-food. Hopefully can create a some kind of solid version of lot or full lot or around lot, owning the company completely, but participating in this platform because of you guys, again, because of this community. So yeah, I can talk forever, I guess. Let's see questions. Maybe it will be more productive. No offense to other Russian cities. If there's anything left in those cities, of course, let's do it. I from other city than Moscow. I don't think that anyone except Moscow can guarantee the level of quality we need. And there's no offense to anyone. It's just, it is what it is. And Lot is not a charity. We want this to work, and we want this to be on the highest level possible. So we're looking for the best, and the best is not in terms of art and creativity. I'm sure it's all over Russia, and especially St. Petersburg. We're looking for business infrastructure that we can support. So if you have chain of coffee shops, we can work with you. If you already producing something, we can work with you. What we can give you in exchange, eventually, again, that's not now, just this year let's chill. But eventually you can imagine something like App Store, where you produce, say, in California, you produce weed. We tell you how many users, how many kilos we need, because we have, say, this amount of users. This is their personal profile. That's what they feel like, and that's what they like, without crossing the line. Just we have 60% of introverts. They would need wait for more of creative and just I don't know, even to the extent of like listening music and stuff. And so we can give the specifications of this community to Weedmaker, and they can make something very personal for Lot. And we will need to pack it, and we will need to maintain it in the future together with them, so it grow. Again, like any app on the App Store. We want to give you everything from that. Let's say for now, imagine it's like 90% of the revenue goes to you, but maybe with only one term. Because it's this company probably new, we want some equity from your company. So you give us, like, say, up to 5% of your company. That makes us bond together. Maybe we have some interesting contracts that we can give you piece of company. And then after that, you make your product. We give you intelligence of the community. We work with community every day, even more closely. Feedback system, which we already have. Profile pages. There's so many things that are already built that allow us to have this feedback from community. And again, as exchange, you take 90% of revenue, we take 10 to maintain that, and we take equity for long-term wealth. That's it. Very simple program. So we will test this with small things, Lot Sound, digital things. So for now, we're going to work on Lot community a lot. We're going to work on some first collaboration. I know that yes, Cooperative Chorny and Lot already tackled, so we might come back to that and just start testing, and slowly but surely we're going to replace every Lot product from our own products to your products. And to get there, we need your support, and we just want to work on Lot, and we want to work as crazy as possible on the craziest possible things without answering to anybody, and it feels nice to answer to you guys. It's not nice to answer to investors and whoever is giving you money. That's it. So special shout out to John Kyle. I wanted to call him again, but I don't want to disrupt his flow. I know he's very, very busy right now. John Kyle, thank you for building this thing. Thank you for taking this journey with us, and it's incredible, really incredible. So hopefully next week we're going to show you this, and this is again very close group of people, so I'm telling exactly what it is. For new people here or who are going to watch this on YouTube, these things are not scripted. It's just, it is what it is. I'm talking from top of my heart without any agenda. By end of this month, so Monday, Tuesday, you will receive a polished version of this conversation. You will receive invitation to participate in this. Again, we want to frame this not as some kind of charity. It's not Patreon. We're not just begging for money. It's a transaction. I know personally a lot of people who are inspired by Lot, and again, that is a choice. We're making a choice to invest money into crazy stuff and crazy work instead of just taking money and scaling some, design operation. That's not interesting. So hopefully together we can go through this year, slowly switching on module after module after module, and by the end of the year we will have a completely new Lot, which will be way more powered by community than us. We're going to be as scripted design team, service team that support values of the company, design language. So it will be easier for you to create. You know. Yeah, absolutely. That's so interesting. You know, we were thinking about this also in this modular plan we tested, and you need you need first of all you need whole system to collapse completely, everything. Second, you need this miracle, Sasha, that sent us money, and a lot of people thank you for sending these emails to us, and just thank you for sending you ideas and proposals. That's really mean the world. That's actually why we're doing this. Like, it's not because that's the only way for us to get money. No, we can switch to something else. It's not because again we owe something to investors and someone's pressing us to continue. It's the only way why we want to continue this is because you asked us to not die. That's it. So yeah, this is just quick. There will be more and more updates next week, and spread the word. Hopefully it will fly. You also see a lot of different you'll see a lot of updates. You know, Instagram went HD. We no more, I guess, playing the Instagram game. We just want you to have a full stream of what we're doing. So because the mission is, at the end of the day, you know, we had a conversation with a client about work, and they were like, we need these shapes. You know, the shapes are beautiful. And we just realized that I don't even see shapes. And, you know, we don't see shapes. We don't see these final results. We see the narrative that we create at the beginning. And that narrative, as a Bible, as a story, as a movie, just end up in those shapes, you know? And so us trying to sell this to someone else is almost feels like a betrayal, you know? Because we will have to sell this story to them. We'll have to sell this approach to them. And they not really want it, you know? That's the problem. Our experience with Airbnb and other people, they don't really need this. And it's how funny is this? They don't need it, but you guys need it so much, you know? Makes you think. Makes me think. And I'm just, again, so grateful that this is happening, because I cannot be more happy. Like, that's exactly what we want to do. We want to build crazy things, hopefully produce them, build them, maintain them, build services around those products. Not just artworks, not just inspiration for you, but actual functional services and products. And we were so close with first iteration of Lot, but with this new modular one, and because the world is on reset, we can do that first mission, you know? It's very interesting. So questions? Yeah, exactly. It's the pattern, the narrative that makes the shape. And I know you feel this. It's something unexplainable. But what if we can build this kind of decentralized Apple, you know, where we have these departments of Apple: camera, screen, body, manufacturing, and it's all you guys. And together, with our curation, we will guide this whole flow to create a new product. Maybe this will result in Arc. Maybe this will result in new products for Lot. Who knows, you know? I can even see that one company will become so just perfect inside this Lot community that it will blow up, you know, and become bigger than what we ever dreamed. So that's also good, because what we want is those companies to be built according to these rules, according to this manifesto, right? According to these values. We have secret formula that we can share of how you get to this. And before, we only hoarded for these elite people, clients, big corporations. If we will be paid by you, we will just we already exposed this formula every day, but we will be more articulated about that formula, how we create, how we get to those things, why they hit, why they trigger some special emotion, and that's an investigation for us as well, because we capture that, but we don't really know how and why. And so, I mean, we know why, but we don't know how. And so we're going to investigate that together live on YouTube, live on our own platform, day after day, talking about this miracle, which is GLOT, and making sure that no one can steal it from us, and only us, the original people, will continue its development. Exactly, Rebella. Exactly. That's a very good sentiment. What happens when it itself is in flow? That's the ultimate HD. That's the ultimate rendering. And once you get to the best images possible, you start to think what's next, how to make them even more real, and the only way to make them real is to make them. So we passed the moment where we imagine things. We really want to make them. That's it. Exactly. It's like a community negotiation. We're doing this anyway. Like, if you've been with us for some time, you know that we talk here. There'll be some conversation in the chat, and that chat will result in something. Not maybe the idea that was proposed, but something will be there. So for me, I only see this as a conversation with you guys and conversations with people who send to support, and then, that's how we formed the opinion. Like, modular plan came from conversations with you and problems that we experienced. For example, the problem with unsubscribing. It's not as easy to unsubscribe; it's easy to subscribe. With modular plan, it's all simple. You can turn on and turn off a module. There's no subscribe, unsubscribe. It's on and off. A place for everyone to connect and talk, sync. We need that. We don't want to talk on Telegram. We don't want to talk on Instagram. We want to talk on GLOT because it feels different. We need to build that. Questions on GLOT that creates that personalized profile. We need to continue doing that so we can create that, I guess, spiritual profile of you. So we have a utility profile, size of your shoes, size of your pants, preferences for fragrance, preferences for like skin type, etc. There are many very utilitarian and physical body preferences, but there are also mental preferences. How you feel, who are you, what's bothering you. This is a collective thing that we can investigate, only so we can create these products that helps you and helps. Like, GLOT was very interesting experience and prototype for these 3 years, because so many people healed because of it, including myself. And I know examples of people wearing all black all day long. It's changed their life. Of course, not because they wear that thing, but because they been connected to a different kind of society, where you don't have to pretend, where you don't have to make this decision of purchase and then try to sell it to your friends. Like, I bought this because this, Mm-mm. It was free, it was fresh, it was empowering. So that spirit, we can continue. And I just cannot work for these people, you know what I mean? I just cannot, because we try so hard, and we try to the biggest names on the planet. It doesn't work. That's it. You can make a lot of money you can become famous, you can see glamorous life, you can fly private jets, you can live in a beautiful loft and drive the best cars, and then brag about it to everyone in that NPC world. But if you really want to build a thing, we have to reorganize and find a new way to organize creative people. I like how Joe sent this to me in the middle of night. He said, "What if we call it a media record label?" I won't go into details about this, but it's very powerful. I also save a lot of time to wear black. No joke. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Virtue is the new black. Let's go. Ooh, ooh. Virtue is the new black. That's a good one. Absolutely, Rebel. Absolutely. It's that's why Yes, we had this idea of the beginning, but we needed this because we would do this, and people were like, "Yeah, Lotus just crazy. They're just doing crazy stuff. This is an art project." Now with this virus, then everyone locked down. Then every single small business is shut down, and not everyone going to remerge. What's left? And it's not as simple as just like log into game and play it. You need something else. You need spiritual part. You need conversation. You need people that you can trust beyond internet forum. And that shared experience that we created, like everyone received this product all together, and they all that's no joke. It's creates some kind of energy, and it's like watching moon landing all together. You feel it because everyone doing the same thing as you right now. That's why it works. And so now we have many people. What if we have millions? It's one of the biggest compliments to me was from John Kyle last week. He called me. He said, because we had this conversation, he was like, "Yo, you have to push face. You have to push like this agenda of kind of CEO and everything." And we had this discussion. I said, we can't, because if we do this logically, lot will not work. Community cannot be a follower. Community can only be a thing by itself. We have to find a way how to make it. Of course, after 3 years of this conversation, it's extremely hard, and I still needed to do some interviews and all this shit. But John called me and said, "I feel it. I see that everyone can be a storefront of this. Everyone can create something and be a storyteller here, because it's a platform for that, And again, of course, I'm doing interviews. I'm doing the streams. I'm involved as usual, more than usual. But the goal is to bring these streams to everyday stream with you guys. If you build something, if you have something to say, that's a great place to start. Think about it before sending an email, because it's not fun. That's another thing I want to say. A lot of people want to join LOT because it seems a cool thing, a new cool thing for now. We've been doing this thing for 10 years in different versions and interfaces and everything, but the idea was here for a long time. And this iteration we called LOT, and we've been doing it for 3 years. And it's not fun. It's different kind of fun. It's fun like gym, you feel pain, you become stronger. That's kind of fun, but it's not something to relax. So if you send us email, know that we'll definitely want to plug you in, but are you ready for that? And sounds pretentious. It's not. I think that I would say, and forgive me, investors, and forgive me, partners. I think that the biggest problem with this shit is equity. That's broken concept. Period. Some people want to invest 5 years, 10 years of their life, and then make money with doing nothing. You know, that is wrong concept. What we have to come up with, and I really have no answer to this, is how we create value system, whatever you call them, smart contracts, cryptocurrency, blockchain, I don't know what it is, but where you actually own piece of the company. If we figure that out, if you can, it's like General Major did public offering. Maybe we go and do public offering, and you can we'll raise money from you. There's not enough people right now, but I'm just saying that the moment this company become public, not non-profit but public, where you own part of the company, you as a shareholder interested, but again, who is shareholders? We don't want some random people. We want you guys, creatives, who know what it is. So that system will come, I'm sure. Maybe not from us. Maybe someone else will build it and we just use it. But to me, it's the cornerstone of this is of corporation is equity. You know, you fix that because organization of people is interesting subject, and corporation is very interesting. Like Airbnb, how you put together 5,000 people so they work together and they all pay. It works. It's beautiful. But next version of that is where they all founders. There's tens of thousands of people. Every host, super host, every guest is owner of the company because they use it, like YouTube. I feel ownership for YouTube because I pay money by watching, but I don't get as watcher nothing. So in ideal world, I pay money by watching this and choosing and teaching your algorithms. But as a result, YouTube have to pay me as well because I am making it work. So to me, and they say like it's content. No, it's ads. You know, like it has to be a different kind of transaction. And so, especially with physical products, especially hardware because it's long term, there has to be a way where it's one community. And I'm not saying this just because we're in crisis and I'm asking for money. I've been saying this from day one. You know, we just derailed because we need to go and you need bank account, you need Stripe, you need partners, you need investors. So you need to go old system, equity and shit. But that never was the point. Maybe cooperative, but I also don't believe in like voting, you know? It doesn't work. America, Russia, doesn't work. There has to be a better system than just like I said so, I have a right to say. Like there has to be deeper involvement. This is something for later. I guess I just wanted to give you this unscripted war plan, and after war plan it comes product plan, and product plan is like Etsy 2.0, a platform for a lot of people to build products and sell through lot, because lot is a good place to do that. It helps you to create, it helps you to stay sane, it gives you transparent financing, and it helps you to make money. So next 6 months we will dedicate to that. Join the club, please sign up, tell your friends, we get this money, we can go fast. We get a lot of money, we get warehouse in California tomorrow and start building Arc tomorrow. Nothing stops us from that except money. So let's try how it goes. You subscribe, you can unsubscribe any moment. It's all very simple. So I guess this time is as direct as possible. We good, we cool, you like us, you pay us. We're not cool, you know, you don't pay us. That's it. There's no tricks. So yeah, let's play some music and wrap this up. And I'm super excited for the next week again. Big shout out to the entire team because they just doing the craziest part. Lera, Yamur, Wendy, Matthias, John Kyle, Joe, pushing this right now, and I'm very excited. Music. I'm just get tired of talking. You know, I mean, not talking. I love talk with my own voice. Sometimes happens.
I'ma break the law, then I'ma break the bank. I'ma put some in the safe, then I'ma throw some on the floor. Definitely make some more. 20 dates, had to go back on tour. She can see how I'm flexing, count my blessings, praise the Lord. You know the steez, super grease. Nothing nice, tell the promoter bring the peas. Still ain't safe, I'm in a party with my G's. And I just made your girl, my girl, she's on her knees.
On her knees, she see the D, she see the free, rolling trees from overseas, smoke for free, nigga please, allow me. Big Jallo VIP is looking cloudy, yeah. This Cali got me feeling drowsy, never stressing 'cause them killers they be round me. It's best you leave me where you found me, 'cause we ain't with the disrespect, no. Fuck your vest, we'll be aiming at your neck. You know the vibe, yeah. The level set, yeah. Might not your step, that step correct. I got your girl addicted to the sex. On her knees, she see the D, she see the free, rolling trees from overseas. Smoke for free,
Yeah,
nigga please.
I'm an asthmatic, weed fanatic. When I get high, I leave the planet. Tryna kick the habit, but every day it's on my mind. She said that I smoke too much, but see I work hard and pay for mine. Definite I hustle blood, definitely I grind. Since a you, man I always had something shotting out the boot. Since a you, I've been a target, I cannot go around the truth. Niggas hate, soon as they see me, they don't know what the fuck to do. Watching me, I'm not watching you. I was just blazing on my suit, it's big smoke. How can she tell me that I'm cute? I'm so high, I'm so fly, I'm gonna need a parachute. Rivers dad, super swag, I'm gonna need a camera crew. I'm gonna need some palm wine, I'm gonna need some pepper soup. And if I ain't the headline, then I must be the special guest. I pull up and steal the show, and I weren't even trying to flex. Had to touch the after party, she just sent me the address. Said that she wanted me to come, and I told her say it with your chest.
I got your girl addicted to the sex. On her knees, she see the D, she see the free, rolling trees from overseas. Smoke for free, nigga please.
Big records. Big records.
Thank you, Masha, for pushing me, doing this. Appreciation.
Ну как этот день похож на вчерашний? Постоянный кашель и полная башня этих выводов и доводов. Как сделать все ярче? Пустой загашник, но не унываю я, и дальше будет так, как хотели однажды. Отдать все без остатка, ведь скупой платит дважды. Хватит на любого, и тут совсем не важно. Все вокруг игра, джунгли, джуманджи. Джа-джа-джа-джа-джа-джа-джа-джа. Джуманджи, поё. Джа-джа-джа-джа-джа-джа-джа. Джуманджи, джа-джа-джа-джа-джа-джа. Джуманджи, поё. Джа-джа-джа.
лакшери лайф. Предпочитаю такой не страдать. Я проживаю тебя, моя жизнь, не жалея минут. Я вкушаю свободу, решай, меня ждет перебор перемен. Мы не вникаем покуда зачем. Мы нужны людному миру, да более знакомому духу, да без особых причин.
Пусть горит яркий огонь, и лайон рвется из души. Нас никто не остановит, мы поем и мы творим. Да поможет разобраться, да спаси и сохрани. Мы живем одной любовью, только что там впереди. Джуманджи, звери на цепи. Каменный джангл, тут все иначе. Джуманджи, история любви. Но тут каменный джангл, и тут все иначе.